Oh shit, boys, it is time. It is Dragonball Absalon time. Now, you may be wondering, wait, Dragonball Absalon episode 10 came out yesterday, and I did a review on it, so if you want to go ahead and check that out, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below in the top comment. Make sure to watch that video. What else could there be to talk about? Well, for one thing, there is a ton to talk about, but more specifically, Melavelli, the creator of Dragonball Absalon, has given me special permission to go ahead and cover the exclusive Dragon Ball Absalon fan manga. That is correct. There is a series of fan mangas that not only give us insight in some of the characters that we have either yet seen, have seen, but really know not too much on what happened between GT and Absalon, and the Saiyans from Absalon the planet. There are a few Dragon Ball fan mangas that cover this, and I am going to be reviewing today's Dragon Ball fan manga, The Story of Bardock, and I'm going to do something a little bit different, and today we are focusing on Bardock's story. Yes, Bardock is a character in the Absalon world. He's got his own separate mission, own separate story, and this story really reads almost like an old legend. So in that vein, I'm going to be reading this fan manga in a completely different sense, as if I'm Bardock. Now, I'm not really going to go ahead and try to mimic what Bardock's voice actually kind of sounds like, so you guys can take this as Blackscape's rendition of Bardock, but it's just Blackscape. So if you guys like all things Bardock, I encourage you guys to hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, it's free, and it'll really show that you actually love this character, which I'm sure a lot of you do. And this Bardock ain't your pappy's Bardock. This is a brand new Bardock boy, and he has his own story to tell. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I came here following a trail. A trail? What trail? I don't know. Something powerful. I traveled back across the ages. I went back in time to before Frieza tried to kill me, journeying from galaxy to galaxy, until I eventually came across the primary home, planet of the Saiyans. I call it Verusu. It was by accident. It took me a while, but I found them. They were primitive and extremely dangerous, so I did not interfere with them. I did everything that I could in order to not disrupt my birth or my bloodline. I let everything run its course. Then something strange occurred among them. An accident had happened and rumors ran wild in the village. They called it an Alpha Saiyan because his was an unusual state. Others in the region feared the child, so he and his mother were driven out. Their overwhelming force posed a threat to the villagers. With persistent urging from the residents, the elders decided reluctantly to kill him. His mother survived the plot against her family and fled with him, traveling far away. The problem was, however, that he was already a Super Saiyan 3 by age 7, and he began to slaughter entire villages' wanton destruction. I wanted to stop it, but I feared changing things. Not only might I risk my own life then and in the future, but also the universe's natural progression. The youngling was very sinister. Eventually, he slew his own mother. Years passed afterwards, and then one day, he finally discovered me. He hunted me down and I had to protect myself, so I was forced to fight him. He almost killed me, but I escaped due to interference from other Saiyans. The child grew furious and turned into a Super Saiyan Uzaru, threatening to annihilate the whole planet. Until Well, hope you guys enjoyed that, me reading the story as is. I think that is the first time that I've ever done that. I'm trying to get better at like voice acting type of situations, so if you guys like that, I'll do a couple more in the future maybe. I always like to discuss and give my 2 cents though, so that's why it's so hard to do that for me, because like I get so excited with each panel and with each page, so I kind of want to like jump in there and say something. So essentially this story is of Bardock, a time traveler Bardock, the one that we saw in the special where he went back in time after Frieza's attack to the beginning to face off against Chilled. It seems like that is this Bardock, and he's still going through time, kind of looking at different events through his point of view. He's a Super Saiyan, he can fly through space, so he isn't overwhelmed with the vacuum of it all as opposed to other Saiyans, and he's gone to the original home planet. And this, if you guys couldn't tell, is the story of Yamoshi. We get the evil Saiyan that is destroying all these different villages and threatening the lives of everyone on the planet. And at the end of the story, the 5 Saiyans come together, give their energy to one, Yamoshi, so that way he can face off against this Berserker. A Super Saiyan God versus a Berserker. I mean, if the Berserker is on Broly level, Super Saiyan God isn't going to cut it, but I think in this sense, it's not at that point yet, so Yamoshi has a chance. This is very similar to a multiverse story with Hanasia. If you guys remember some of my older videos from Multiverse, I talked about it, where there is an evil Saiyan and there is another Saiyan, a good Saiyan, there to stop him. Very similar to that story, as well as, of course, the story of Yamoshi, which is another Dragon Ball fan manga I covered a long time ago. But I definitely like this this whole aspect that came from Bardock's point of view. That's kind of why I wanted to do the story this way, where I'm reading it, because it almost feels like he's like, you know, telling his memoirs or something of the experience of going back in time. And I do like that the evil Saiyan was able to kind of pinpoint him and seek them out to try to destroy him, and that Bardock wasn't strong enough to fight him, showing that it definitely did take a Super Saiyan God to be able to kill this guy if Bardock, who is a advanced Saiyan at this point, couldn't do it himself. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this story, and I will be back with more Dragon Ball Absalon and fan manga content in the future. And if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Make sure to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today, I'm going to be responding to Apocalypse W. I love the symbolism of Gohan's son representing his younger self, Saiyan Saga, and that both his old self and his son died on that day. Wow. You know what? Go ahead and take the keys to this review, because you hit the nail on the head on something that I completely didn't even think about. But yeah, his son does represent his older self. No wonder he's so annoying. Yeah, he does represent that older self. He did pass away, and then the Gohan that, you know, we had earlier in Absalon, who was facing off against his character, that Gohan is gone as well, because his son died and he transformed, let his evil come out, let his primitive side come out, and now we have the advent of primitive instinct. So yeah, that is a great this dissection of this Apocalypse W. I give you the W for this, and I hope to see you in more of my videos, because this is first-rate top-notch. This is a first-rate top-notch comment. Thank you so much for your comment. Apocalypse is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.